If you're searching for the Oxford Boss alarm disc lock, hoping it's the ultimate solution to protect your bike or scooter from thieves, hold on, this review might just change your mind. I'm about to expose the hidden flaws that no one talks about, but here's what surprised me. Despite its flashy design and high rating, it's not as foolproof as you'd think. Most reviews rave about its toughness, but markers like 4.6 stars can be deceiving. You see, the Oxford Boss alarm disc lock is marketed as the ultimate deterrent with its 110 dB alarm and hardened steel shackle. But what if I told you there's more to this story? Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly if this lock is your guardian angel or just another expensive paperweight. Plus, you'll learn the one overlooked feature that could make or break your security. So who exactly is this product for? If you're a motorcyclist, scooter rider, or bicycle owner tired of worrying about theft when you leave your ride unattended, you're in the right place. But let's dive deeper because everyone loves a good lock until it makes them look like they locked the door with a piece of bubble gum. Now, let's get real about the Oxford Boss alarm disc lock. The design is undeniably impressive. It has a 16 hardened steel shackle and a unique double locking system encased in armor that seems to scream security. But here's the catch. The more complicated the mechanism, the more room for malfunction. For example, I've heard stories from users who experience the alarm going off randomly or not going off when it matters most. That's a major red flag for an alarm lock. Yes, this lock is universal, made to fit most disc brakes, and its double locking system is indeed a tough nut. But toughness does not always translate to reliability. If your lock sounds off every other time you walk by, it's not just annoying, it's downright dangerous. Imagine sitting at a cafe trying to enjoy your latte and your lock decides to become a siren. And no, it's not the soothing type that sings lullabies. You might say, well, it probably stopped some thieves from even trying. However, false alarms can lead to ignoring the warnings altogether. It's the classic boy who cried wolf scenario for your bike's security. Here's a twist. Despite its intimidating 110 decibel alarm, some users report that this volume does not deter thieves efficiently in noisy urban areas. The reason is simple. The alarm is loud, but it only lasts for 10 seconds before resetting. That might seem logical to save battery, but if a thief strategizes a quick snatch during that rainstorm or festival chaos, your alarm might just be a temporary squeak. Also, take into account environmental factors. The lock's casing, while armored, is not entirely weatherproof. Regular exposure to rain or mud could cause corrosion over time, potentially jamming the mechanism. There's nothing worse than trying to unlock your bike in a downpour only to realize your lock is as stuck as your traffic jam patience. At this price point, about $65, you expect durability and flawless performance. But unfortunately, there's a gap between expectation and reality. Let's talk keys. The Oxford Boss alarm disc lock comes with 2 keys and a reminder cable to prevent you from riding off without unlocking your brake disc. Sounds thoughtful, right? But here's where the drama unfolds. Some users have reported losing keys despite the included spares and having a tough time finding replacements without shelling out a premium at local dealers. So if you're the "I misplace everything" type, this lock might turn your security plan into an expensive scavenger hunt. Also, the keys themselves can feel flimsy compared to the sturdy body of the lock. Imagine the irony of the solid lock losing to a flimsy tiny key. If this were a knight's armor, the weakest link would be the sword hilt. Oh, and here's a joke for you. Why did the scarecrow become a locksmith? Because he was outstanding in his field, but he still couldn't pick this lock. Another factor to consider is size and weight. The Oxford Boss is compact but sturdy. Many riders appreciate that it doesn't add heavy bulk to their gear. But the double-sided locking mechanism means 2 locking points, resulting in a slightly thicker profile. This raises the question, how convenient is it to carry around every day? Those looking for sleek, lightweight protection might find it cumbersome, especially if space is premium on your ride or backpack. On the flip side, if you're more about maximum security than portability, maybe the trade-off makes sense. But if you're planning to cruise city streets, squeezing every ounce of space from your bag or panniers, the bull in the china shop might not be your best friend. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. While many locks focus purely on the physical barrier, Oxford Boss tries to combine physical security with electronic alert, sort of a hybrid approach. The thought behind this is commendable. However, the lock's battery life isn't the greatest. You'll need to replace the batteries quite often if you want the alarm feature to stay functional. How often is often? Some users reported less than 6 months. If you forget, you're basically left with a high-grade lock with no alarm to back it up. And that's like putting a "Beware of Dogs" sign on a fence with no dog inside. It's a psychological deterrent only if it works. Let's also talk installation and ease of use. The lock is designed to be universal, fitting most disc brakes, which is a plus. However, it's not entirely intuitive for first-timers. You have to align the lock perfectly to engage the double locking system, else you're left fumbling around getting it stuck or not locking properly. For a product that's supposed to offer quick security, this can be frustrating during those rushed moments when every second counts. Imagine trying to lock your bike on a busy street with impatient drivers zooming past. That's when convenience trumps everything, but the Oxford Boss potentially drops the ball. Now here's one more joke before we move on. Why don't secrets stay safe? Because they can't resist a good lock, but sometimes even locks spill the beans. By this point, you might be wondering, with all these issues, why is the Oxford Boss alarm disc lock still rated at 4.6 stars with thousands of users? Well, it means many riders still find value in it, especially those who want that extra layer of deterrence, mixing physical and audible alerts. If you live in moderate risk areas or just want a more secure feeling when parking, this lock could serve you well. Plus, Oxford is a reputable brand in riding gear, so you're investing in a trusted name, not some unknown offsider. Its armor casing and hardened steel shackle are strong points, genuinely making it tough to physically break. The alarm feature, when it works, is loud and can attract immediate attention, scaring off opportunistic thieves. So, what's the final verdict here? Is this lock worth your hard-earned money at $65.60? If you want a solid, tough lock with an alarm system and don't mind keeping an eye on battery life and weather conditions, the Oxford Boss alarm disc lock can be a good fit. For casual riders in low to moderate threat environments, it offers peace of mind that many cheaper locks lack. However, if you're in a high-risk theft zone or need a lock that demands zero maintenance and hassle, you might want to keep searching or invest in a more premium one designed for harsher conditions or with better battery longevity. Before wrapping up, here's a quick story to sum it all up. A friend of mine bought the Oxford Boss after a bike theft in his neighborhood. For the first few weeks, he felt invincible. The alarm startled a couple of folks who tried messing with his bike. Score one for Oxford. But after about 4 months in the middle of winter, the alarm batteries died unnoticed. One day someone tried yanking his bike. No alarm, no resistance, and luckily he spotted them and scared them off himself. Moral of the story: treat this lock like a living thing. Check it regularly, keep the batteries fresh, and it'll guard you well. Neglect it, and it's just another lock hanging off your disc, hoping for the best. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to discourage you from protecting your ride, quite the opposite. I want you to make an informed decision so your protection investment pays off. The Oxford Boss alarm disc lock hits a sweet spot for riders wanting decent physical security, combined with a howling alarm to add that extra layer of protection. Just remember, no lock is thief-proof, and your best defense is vigilance and a layered approach. Lock plus parking strategy plus insurance. If you think this could work for you, I'll leave a link below to the best price on Amazon. That way you can grab the Oxford Boss alarm disc lock hassle-free and maybe save a few bucks. Investing in your ride's safety is never a bad idea. Just pick the right tool for your needs. And if you made it this far, thank you. To lighten things up, here's the last joke for the road. Why did the bike lock go to therapy? Because it had too many unresolved issues. But with Oxford Boss, at least some of those issues are locked down tight. So hit that link, protect your ride smartly, and ride safe out there.